All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to tackle a topic that is, and I mean this, absolutely foundational for any company that deals with physical equipment. We're talking about getting organized, about creating your equipment's family tree. We are going to master the asset hierarchy. So let me just ask you right now, think about your facility. You've got hundreds, maybe thousands of different assets: pumps, motors, valves, entire production lines. How in the world are you keeping track of all of it? Because if you don't have a solid system, your data can turn into a complete mess fast. And, this is what that mess actually looks like. It's just a random jumble of descriptions. You've got some in different languages, some are clearly just placeholders that were never fixed, and my favorite, some are just unknown. Trying to run a maintenance program with data like this, it's impossible. It's like someone handed you a shredded map and said, "Good luck finding your way around the city." And that feeling of being totally lost, it's very, very real. The maintenance and reliability advisor, Ricky Smith, put it perfectly. He said, "Without good data, we're lost in a sea we don't know which direction to go." And that's exactly it. You're just adrift. You're spending money, you're putting in the hours, but you have no real idea if you're solving the right problems or just fighting the same fires over and over and over again. You see, this chaos isn't just some administrative headache. It has serious, tangible costs. We're talking wasted resources, unexpected downtime, and just being completely unable to make smart decisions. But there is a way to bring order to all this chaos. And that solution is what we call the asset hierarchy. So if your data is a chaotic sea, think of the hierarchy as the map. It's the thing that gives structure to everything, showing you exactly where every single piece of equipment is and how it all connects. So what is it really? Well, at its core, an asset hierarchy is just a logical, structured way of organizing your equipment. It uses what we call parent-child relationships to connect everything, from the entire plant all the way down to the smallest component. It's literally a family tree for your physical assets. Okay, let's see how this actually works. You start at the very top level, the parent, right? In this case, that's plant A. From there, you drill down one level to a child, like production line 01. Then you go deeper to a specific piece of equipment on that line, the mixer. And finally, you get down to an individual maintainable component, the main drive motor. See how that works? Each level just nests logically right inside the one above it. It's clean. So you might be thinking, okay, that's neat, but why does it matter so much? Because a clean hierarchy is the foundation for, well, pretty much everything else you want to do. It gives you accountability because you know exactly what system a component belongs to. It lets you trace costs with precision, plan your maintenance effectively, and build up a really accurate work history for every single asset. But here's the thing, having a great structure is really only half the battle. To make it work, everyone in your organization has to be speaking the same language when they're talking about the assets inside that structure. And a huge part of that is understanding the difference between an asset's name and its number. The name, that's the human-friendly label, right? Main drive motor. It's so people can recognize it easily. The number, or the ID, that's the unique identifier that the computer system uses to track everything about that one specific motor. They do two totally different but equally important jobs. We see the power of this kind of consistency every day. Just think about a corporate email address. There's a clear, repeatable pattern. You don't have to guess what someone's email is. A good naming and numbering system does the exact same thing for your assets. It creates a system that is consistent, that can scale up, and that everybody understands instantly. So how do you actually create that common language? Well, a lot of experts recommend this simple but really powerful structure for naming your assets. Noun, then qualifier, then attribute. You start with the general thing. What is it? A valve. Then you get more specific with its function. It's a pressure relief valve. And finally, you add a key physical trait. It's made of brass. See? Valve, pressure relief, brass. Clear, descriptive, and consistent every single time. Okay, so we've got the structure and we've got the language. Now let's talk about building a system that's actually going to last, because getting this right from the very beginning, that's absolutely crucial. And that all comes down to following some key best practices. You've got to be logical and consistent. Make absolutely sure every ID is unique. Oh, and a big one. Avoid putting info in the name that's already captured somewhere else. Keep it concise. There are even standards out there, like ISO 14224, that give you a great framework for this, just to make sure you're collecting reliable data right from the start.
So once you have your structure and your language all set up, there is one more critical step: validation. You have to put on your hard hat and ask the tough question: does the data in my computer actually match what's out there on the plant floor? This is where you got to get your boots on the ground and do a physical walkdown.
And I'll tell you, these walkdowns almost always turn up two major problems. First, you find ghost assets. This is equipment that's still in your system. You might even be buying spare parts for it, but it was physically removed years ago. And then you have the flip side: undocumented assets. This is new equipment that's been installed but was never put into the system, which means it's getting zero planned maintenance and is basically a time bomb waiting to fail. Okay, so let's get to the payoff. After you've done all this hard work, building a clean, structured, validated hierarchy, what does that actually let you do? Well, this is where it gets really exciting. Well, for one thing, it saves you a ton of money. The numbers don't lie. Reactive maintenance, waiting for something to break and then scrambling to fix it, costs 3 to 5 times more than a planned, proactive approach. A clean asset hierarchy is the key that unlocks that proactive world for you. Think about it. An accurate hierarchy is what lets you do true reliability analysis. It lets you spot trends like, hey, why is a specific model of motor failing on 3 different production lines? It's the absolute essential foundation for all the cool advanced stuff like predictive maintenance and using AI. It turns your data from just a boring record into a powerful strategic tool. So I'll leave you with this one question. Take a good, hard look at your own system. Is your asset data a clear map that's guiding you toward better decisions and higher reliability? Or is it a confusing maze that just leaves you feeling lost? Getting your hierarchy right is the first and honestly the most important step to finding your way.